ladies and gentlemen, 36 states are reportedly experiencing COVID-19 increases. Oh my, lock us down. No, face masks aren't enough. We want hazmat suits. Okay. Are we testing more? Yes, boss, we are. Is that true? Yes, absolutely, sir. Okay, so if we're testing more, assuming the test is a good
Dave, you look
test,
tired, man.
does it
You need
stand
some
to
sleep,
reason
brother.
that you're going to have higher numbers of cases? Oh, God, I hadn't thought of that. See, if your N increases over, dividing line over N, if that increases, you're going to have more diagnosed cases. And how do we know we're not putting COVID-positive patients in nursing homes any longer? Oh, that was well documented in New York and Michigan. How do we know that's not happening? Well, we don't. Number two, how do we know the tests are accurate? Well, we don't. I have searched. Please, margin of error on your testing. How confident are we that these tests accurately measure what they say they measure? What's the correlation coefficient on reliability and validity, which are two of the measures you have to have for a test to claim the test is any good? Guess what? There are no published results. Because on April 18th and again in May, the FDA issued a statement that said, we're not going to require manufacturers to do this. No. The emergency of the situation means we get the tests out right away. Well, that might have been true for medication. But for testing, you have to have a valid test and prove it's valid. Otherwise, your numbers mean nothing. Okay, number three, did they stop incentivizing fraud? Meaning, we're going to pay you for each positive diagnosis locally for COVID diagnosis, and so much more for a death from COVID-19. Well, not exactly. Oh, okay, so we admit, FDA, that the tests aren't valid. I'm sorry, listen, this is just pure science. I am a prisoner of my own academic training in science and research. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be inconvenient with my professional training. By the way, at a university, I wrote 4 courses. One of the courses that I wrote was for the Master of Education Counseling program, and it was their research class. So I knew enough to write the course. Do you think I have enough ability to look at this and say, there are key measures that aren't here and we can't trust what they have? Oh, but we trust the manufacturers did it. Then why haven't they published it? Why isn't it open for peer review? See, that's the key. This is why when we do studies in psychology and science, in medicine, we put the results so they can be peer-reviewed and repeated. Research is only good if it can be replicated over and over on the same conditions, getting the same results. Hello, your first science class taught you that, didn't it?
Should have.
Wow. I just shake my head at the BS that passes for science. There is no science right now. Trust us. We think it looks good. Oh, that's number 4. Presumptive diagnosis is still in effect in CDC documents. I, as the doctor, I can't test you. You don't really have all the test kits I need. But I look at you, yeah, it could be allergies, it could just simply be asthma, but I say it's COVID-19 because we want that money. And they're dying for multiple causations. People are in nursing homes and so forth. And they'd be dead in a week or so anyway, but at the end they get COVID. Oh, it's COVID that killed them. Well, what about the kidney failure from diabetes? And what about the congenital heart failure?
Get struck by lightning. It's COVID-19. Your parachute doesn't deploy when you jump out of a perfectly good airplane. It's COVID-19. Imagine that.
Experiencing. No, it's COVID. Figures lie, and liars figure. 36 states are experiencing increases. And we have to put face masks on you as a preliminary move in 1.5 of the lockdown to get to 2.0 lockdown. which will come well before the election, so people hate their lives and blame the leader, Donald Trump. Okay,
Well, Donald isn't really doing his job either. He's sitting on both hands at this point in time. Don't know what to think about him anymore either.
sorry, that's the scientific report from here. That's the science. Fauci has not refuted anything I have said, but I have refuted a lot of things he said in print at thecommonsenseshow.com. End of story, folks. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. 36 states are experiencing increases for the reasons I just said. So we're going to wear face masks and eventually
No,
lock
I'm
down
not.
again. And we're going into partial lockdown as it is, on the way to full.
I'll never wear a face mask. I'll never get tested. And I'll be damned if I take the vaccine.
Lockdown, which will totally crush the life out of this economy. And the United States of America will be no more as we have known her. There's some things to consider there, folks. And I don't know, sometimes being educated is good because you're able to look at things and make sound judgments. And sometimes it's a curse because so many people are believing the crap. That's it for the Common Sense Show. Please hit that subscribe button, notification bell at the top. Hit the like button on the way out. That increases distribution. People need to see this. There are sheriffs across America, and I'm sure you've seen it. They're telling people to resist these changes.
There are a couple.
Well, they're correct. Because
And I
the
like
science
those
says
ones.
should be resisted.
Those are the sheriffs and the cops that I could support. There's actually one that said, "Don't be a sheep."
And if it's not true, then FDA,
I'll see if I can find that video.
I'm here. Show me the results. I will make the report right here on the Common Sense Show for you if they're valid results. We'll see you back here next time.
This is serious business. We can't have somebody. That's a mistake. That's not a mistake. That's a serious error. When he says he's running for the U.S. Senate, that's a serious error. When he says, I'm going to beat Joe Biden, which got very little coverage, that's not like an error. Gee, it's a slip-up. That's a serious error. So when you just told me that, I hadn't heard that just happened, I guess.
Yes, it did.
That's a serious error. That's not a permissible type of error because there's something going on. And we can't take that. You know, it's wonderful to say, gee, I feel sorry, or it's too bad, because I do. Except we're talking about the presidency of the United States, and it's just not acceptable.
Unnecessarily, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID.
Bullshit.
This is happening all over the country as reason for it. Over the weekend, most recent.